G'day everybody and welcome to the Centre Bounce for another drive home on Thursday. Hope you all had a wonderful week so far. Hope you had a good Thursday. We've got Big J back with us for a live stream. Welcome back, Big J. Hope you're feeling better, man.
Oh, mate, I was crook as a dog. I don't think it was COVID, but was definitely something. Maybe it was North Melbourne-itis. Finally getting allergic to this team that tries to put up a good score and can't get the W, Joe.
Yeah, I know, mate. It was we were full premium, but it didn't feel that way. It was almost like take me back to the best 18 rounds.
I scored. I think I'm not going to go back and check the scoring, but I reckon I scored more than what I did. Like in round 2, I scored more than what I did in round 18 or 17, whichever one it was. Like, mate, I don't even know. Like, I didn't score that well. You didn't score that well. There were some decent people scoring 2,400, but for us players who, had a full team, how did we almost score like 100 points average? I know how I did it. I had we talked about this, I think, during the week. I had a certain Dan Houston as my captaincy score this week, and my vice captain scored more than my captain, and that's without the doubling of points. So that kind of sums up how my week went last week.
Mate, and you still managed to beat me. That just goes to show how bad my team is.
I still managed to beat you.
And you still managed to beat me. Charles, how's it going, Charles? He's out tonight. So here is the question, please. Pick one. Dunkley, Dealer, or Sinclair?
It's a really big question, right? Who was it? Dunkley. Who's Dealer?
That's what I'm trying to think. Who is Dealer in this equation?
Maybe it's like a Neil or something.
Maybe Neil, yeah.
It would come down to it would really come down to Dunkley and Sinclair. I think it's Sinclair for me. I really like Dunkley. I think he's fantastic in Supercoach. He's amazing. But Sinclair's run home at Marvel Stadium, playing every week, was still copping the tag. Players coming back into that the role that he plays on field is just magical. And no one tags him. So until he cops the tag, I think him. But Brisbane, mate, Dunkley is on fire, Joe, and Dunkley's going to be a beast. Like he is is crazy, Dunkley. I think I feel bad that I can't get Dunkley in this week. I should have got him last week. It just didn't happen. But I feel bad. Like Dunkley.
Yeah, I know you do. You kept messaging me. Dunkley.
I know.
No, Dunkley.
I know. It was terrible. Like, this guy's run home. Dunkley at the Gabba is phenomenal. But Dunkley at the Gabba, when Brisbane are trying to make finals, like, he scored 2 144s in a row. I think he's going to score 144 again. Like, just the rest of the season, average 144 post-bye. He's too good at this game.
He probably will.
He's a good player.
He is a very good player. We know Josh Dunkley, and he's unlikely to be the one to cop the tag. It's always
especially with Ashcroft back, and Ashcroft is back as well. So they can't just put the best player on Neil and then the second player on Dunkley. Like Ashcroft's boosted up his scoring again. We saw it last year when it happened, and happened again, Joe.
Yeah, exactly. So no surprises there whatsoever. Velo, good evening to you, Velo. Doing well. And as you can see, Big J is feeling much better today.
Oh, thank you very much. And thanks everyone in the stream for their kind words as well. Like I tuned in for the stream a little bit on the Monday and definitely saw a few, hey, Big J, hope you're feeling better soon comments. So thanks everyone for those.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. Maltesing, good evening, Maltesing. Great to be here. Looking forward to another fun-filled show. Let the banter begin. Absolutely, Maltesing. And it'll all start with us tomorrow night, Maltesing. Hopefully we get the dub. Calm the Dons. How will the Blues go this week up at the GWS? They should win. Oh,
I'm really worried. I'm really worried about a Kerno. Now, if you had gone someone else instead of Kerno, maybe a Caldwell, for like 20K more, sure, would have been fantastic for you. But I don't know, man. That last week performance against an undersized Richmond, like I thought he was going to get, start dominating. But he got shut down, Joe. And GWS has got a good backline, man. Sam Taylor's out for a while, but nothing bad to be said about that depth. I tell you what.
look, Curnow just needs a few free kicks, right? He just give him a few soft free kicks in the forward line.
I mean, if that's the problem, though, like if he doesn't get them in the forward line, he's not. I'm not saying useless, but it's a bit useless.
Potentially. G'day, Michael. Yes, I know. Slightly late start, mate. 5:30 is really hard to get home with peak hour traffic. So 5:30, 5:33, 5:34, not too bad, I don't think.
Yeah, very true.
Hey, Jen. G'day, Jen. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the super chat. You absolutely did not have to do that. We'll be keen to see what comes from tomorrow night's game, Jen. How we go, how we stack up, how many outs you have. We'll find out on the team sheets tonight.
How someone like Ben Mackay goes, Joe, with all the reps and scrutiny that it's not Fox Footy, but one of those type of shows. Jimmy Bartell, Matty Lloyd talking shit about your, $1.4 million player. How are you feeling about it?
Mate, he plays for Essendon, of course. Of course he's going to be under some scrutiny. Everybody's under scrutiny at the Bombers at all times, but he definitely has had a quiet month.
Yeah.
It is what it is. G'day, Michael. Love how Big Joe always looks like he's shitting bricks at Joe's driving.
Yep.
That's his resting. Yep. That's his resting face. His resting shitting bricks face, Michael. Nothing to do with my driving. Thank you very much. What did you? Oh, you're a funny one, Velo. G'day, Shawnee. How's it going? Thanks for coming on. G-Bags. Thoughts on Mitch Duncan and Cal Wilkie?
No.
You have no thoughts?
No, like I'm just saying no. Just don't pick them. That's a no from me. Please don't.
Mitch Duncan.
Someone has to play okay. Someone has to play okay in Geelong, but I doubt it's him. Let's be honest.
Is $445,000.
Yeah. I think people are scraping the bottom of the barrel, Joe. I'm not sure how much a Rosie costs at the moment, but surely he's in considerations more than a Mitch Duncan.
Oh, for sure. 100%. And Cal Wilkie plays, he's a lockdown defender. Like he's 445. Yeah, I don't know. No, I would say no to both of those options. I'd much rather a McKercher. I think
he might play this week. We'll see, but he might play this week.
Yes, I think so. G'day, Jack. Big game for the Bombers, mate. Every week is a big game for the Bombers, because no one believes where we're at. I don't think we believe where we're at. And I'm honestly not even sure if Brad Scott is coaching for us to win this year. The way he keeps mucking around with people's positions, it really looks like he's taking a long-term approach. So I'm not even sure if Brad has us trying to win this year, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see what happens. JJ, g'day, JJ. Calm the Dons, mate. Let's go, brother. Bit of carnage with Fisher and Sicily out. That is correct. No Fisher or Sicily this coming week. It's been confirmed. Let me just share the screen a little bit.
How long Sicily out for?
We'll see. But yeah, Alistair Clarkson has confirmed that Zach Fisher will not be playing this week. He was hobbled. I can't believe they said that it was a tactical substitution. Bish, we saw what happened. It was not tactical.
It was tactical. He tactically did it. Otherwise, he wasn't going to play anymore. So he technically got rid of him.
Yes, absolutely. So he's out, and James Sicily also will not be facing Geelong. As you can see here, Ginnivan will be named, but he has to prove his fitness tomorrow. How long will he be
What
out
was
for?
wrong with Sicily? Yeah.
Just
Because I
trying to
know we
see
had the
here.
flight on Supercoach for a while during the game, but his score kept going up. So I don't know.
He's going to need some sort of rehab. They're not entirely sure how long it's going to take for him to be out of the side, but hey, it's serious enough for him to miss an important game. So I wouldn't be counting on Sicily coming back soon. G Money, Primo's underperforming. Fisher, he's definitely out. Low on trades, low on cash. At least my pie should get the win against the Pretenders this Friday.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, no, I was saying to Joe off air, everybody, like, Fisher has almost come at the most opportune time. Like, I've got some people that don't have any trades. Cool. There's some people that have got one trade. Probably don't trade out Fisher. But us with 2, 3, 4 trades that are left, McKercher's due back soon. North Melbourne's backline's going to get moved around again. We've seen a little bit in the last couple of weeks with Fisher's poorest scoring. It almost feels a little bit like, Joe, that the universe is saying, hey, time for the fish to get burnt. What do you reckon?
Time to cook that fish, grill him and eat him.
Cook that fish, and there's a few options around the price. I mean, if you're one of us fortunate people that have him in the forward line, there's someone like a Caldwell who we've spoken about off air as being like, what, 5K more expensive? But even in the back line, guys around that 500K mark as well. So there are options. I think it's right, though. Trade him out. McKercher's probably coming back this week. Logue's coming back as well, hopefully. And it just means that, like, the makeup of the backline is going to get moved around a lot. So not saying that Fisher, when he comes back, isn't going to slot back into the role, but he's probably going to share the ball with some other people a little bit.
Yeah, look, for me, I don't have the trades in the first place, but even then, look, personally for me, I just think that we don't have any concrete information in relation to how much time he's going to be missing. I'm pretty sure Clarko said that he's not far away, which could be even next week. And normally, if it's a 1 week injury, you don't tend to trade out people who have 1 week injury. So, if you want to be really aggressive and you really want to, I guess, force the issue and try and make the way up because your gut feel says that things aren't going to be right, then you can do that. Like, for example, Big J, he wants to sort of be aggressive and sort of wants to make something happen, make some moves, then he can do that.
I need to get some more pods in my team because I'm stuck at about 2.5K, and if I don't make changes now, I'm just going to score the same as everyone else for the next few weeks. So it's not the right position to be in.
Yeah. Oh, Jen, thoughts and prayers with you and your family. Really sorry to say that. Look, if you ever want to reach out to us, if you ever want any sort of assistance at all, someone to talk to, please reach out to us. You're not alone. That is tragic. So yeah, definitely keeping you in my prayers, at least, Jen. Who to go to? And McKercher. To finish the back line, who would you go? Would you go with McKercher or Stewart, Jez?
Oh, I wouldn't be. Look, I think the scoring from McKercher's there, but feels a bit dodgy to go a guy who's just coming off major injuries. At least Stewart's played every week, is probably what I'm going to say. If you can get like 30K more and get like a McGovern in or someone else instead of Stewart, fantastic. But I love McKercher as a bench cover option, but as D6, I think there's too much risk there with 7 weeks to go in the season.
What's Stewart cost? What's Stewart's
price? 484, I think.
480, yeah, 468. That's quite budget there. All right, if you're looking for someone budget, if you have 468, let's go down to say 470 in defense.
There'll be somebody.
Let's go by 3-round average. I mean, McKerch is definitely up there. Really, apart from that, there's not too many. There is Adam Sard potentially. Yeah, you're really limited for options at this price point, to be honest, is the thing. Can't really see anyone that's tickling the peanuts a little bit. It's either an Adam Sard or a McKercher or a Stewart. I mean, you can't go wrong with any of those players, I don't think, Jen. But it's either Stewart or McKercher. I think McKercher has the TPP, which goes a long way. He's too good for VFL, and I don't think he's going to go back to VFL.
No, I don't think he'll go back either. It's more just you hope that he doesn't have a similar thing again, or, they just take a cautious approach with him because he's had injuries for the past, however long. The season for a club that's not pushing for finals, there's not a lot of pressure for him. So I could see a week where, McKercher doesn't play, but Hardiman's done well in the VFL, so we let him cover the position, you know what I mean? Just a bit much.
He wouldn't be doing as well as McKercher, though, in the VFL. I mean, McKercher, did he obviously, that would have been his second game in the VFL last week. Oh, no, only played the 1 week.
No, last week was his second game. The first week he came back, he played 3 quarters, and I think this one he played a full game, maybe.
The stats aren't on DFS, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
For that last game. But, again, thoughts and prayers with you, Jen. I'd lean McKercher if he's named, personally.
It does give you some more cash for another trade the following week, so you're not pressed as much for an option.
Correct. Cheese, Fisher out, I can deal with. If McGovern is out, it's panic time.
Yeah, I got Logan Evans. He's going to carry my team.
Is Josh Tracy a good super coach option?
Probably not.
Mate, he's been so good in real life. Like he's been a great player. He's really come on quite well in the last few weeks, and it's really been 2 goals, 1, 2 goals, 3. He's hitting the scoreboard multiple goals every single week against the Dogs, where they got systematically destroyed. Against the Bulldogs, he had 2 goals, 3, and still only scored a 69. So this is probably an aberration. They've been quite competitive every other game. So let's see, in competitive games, he's averaging all right. He's averaging enough, I think, to warrant a slot in the forward line. But what's his price though? $421. Yeah, no, I'm good. Thanks, Street Bags. I'm good. Simpkin, you were warned. Hey, what? He had 1 bad game. Let's just wait till this week and we'll see. He's played without Wardlaw. I think when Wardlaw comes back, it will be immense support for Simpkin.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's the only issue is that I think when Simpkin's asked to do a lot, then he struggles. But when he's just candid the ball, mate, Simpkin on fire. George Wardlaw is apparently busting at the guts to come back on field too. Maybe the AFL did a bit of a dodgy and said, "Oh, look, you're out for 2 weeks. See you later, mate." But not really.
Yeah. Jonas, g'day, Jonas. With Fisher out, Joe Richards on Friday night better feast on the Bombers. I think he will. He's a great player. Works high up the ground. He's very clean. I thought he would get a gig last year, but he didn't. And now we're seeing how good he is. Fly McRae's not going to be making that sort of mistake of having him be the sub again. So I reckon he'll be fine. Dealer. You know who Dealer is? Drug dealer. Michael, thinking of bringing in the Pap this week. Oh, Papley.
Mate, seems a bit risky.
438k. What's his run home like? The Pap? Let's have a look. So he'd be a general forward. He's a general forward. The Swans have a pretty tough run, apparently. They have the 4th hardest matchup when it comes to that. He's got the Saints this week at Marvel. Then he's got North, then Brisbane and the Bulldogs. Nah, don't do that.
How's the run home for Dogs mids, Joe, this week? For
Dogs mids?
Yeah. I'm considering doing a double trade and going down to one trade, everybody. So yeah, we'll see how we go.
It's a pretty neutral matchup.
Okay. Who has the best matchup? Who has the best run home, Joe?
St Kilda.
In what position though?
Inside mid.
See, the problem I don't like with that though is St Kilda no longer has a forward line, so the inside mid won't be getting score assists anymore. There's no King, there's no Cameron. Like, I don't trust that.
I think it's because you're trying to trade out Jack Steele, and you really didn't want to see this. Jack Steele has the best run, mate, to end the season.
That's all right. I'll trade him.
Bombers, West Coast, Richmond. Jonas, love Maximus Gawn as the captain this week. Yeah, he'll be great. Max Gawn, MCG is his domain. He owns it. The weather is going to be great as well. Doesn't appear to be forecasted any rain, so it's going to be a nice, partly cloudy sort of day. So perfect for Maxi up against some spuds for the West Coast Eagles ruck.
I'll be on in like 2 seconds.
Okay, no worries. But who is a better VC? Look, Dacos VC is quite safe. We don't have anyone who's going to be able to run with him this week. He might have someone standing next to him at the stoppage, but outside of that, on the spread, he will do really well. And we have weakened as a midfield without Darcy Parish in the team as well. So opposition teams, opposition inside mids are starting to score a bit more. The Bont, look, Bont's going to have Willem Drew tagging him this week, I'm pretty sure. Sarong is going to be my captain. I think I'm doing Merritt into Sarong. I think Sarong has got a great matchup against Richmond, playing at home. He's not going to be tagged. And he's also been pretty decent form. So I think Sarong is going to be really good. I think for me, I probably have the most faith in Sarong out of those 3 for this week. Brought in Dunkley. G'day, legend. Brought in Dunkley 3 weeks ago. One of the best decisions I made this year. Well done. Yeah, Dunkley, definitely one of our most recommended trade-ins for sure. Cheese, everyone plays good against the Dons at the moment. Jonas Dacos is a great choice. Yeah, it's true. It's true. We are not in good form. We seem to be a little bit lost at the moment. No real conviction. Blues fans. Hey, gents. Joe, do you trust Colwell to keep his CBAs and keep scoring up when Parish is back? Obviously, won't be at the same level, but can he do 100? Blues fan, I'm not even sure we're going to see Darcy Parish again. Darcy Parish has been 3 weeks away for the last 4 weeks. It is ridiculous. And they have the gall to tell us that he is progressing well. Stuff you and your progression. You clearly don't know anything. I get it. Calves are really hard to monitor, but you can't have him be 3 weeks away for the last 4 weeks. And even when he does come back, he's probably going to be eased in. I don't see Caldwell losing his spot in the midfield. He has been our player of the month. He has been our best midfielder, and he is really pushing to try and get us. I think he's going to win. He might win the Crichton. He might win our best and fairest. He's our best midfielder below the knees. He's so clean, shoots handballs out, tackles. I can't see a world where Brad Scott is silly enough to move him out of the midfield, personally. I think Jai Caldwell, if you can still get him in, if the news comes out that Fisher's out for multiple weeks, he is basically right there next to Caldwell. JJ, I'm in cash leagues. So trading Fisher to Rankin and getting cash via Sin to Humphreys, 3 trading. Oh, beautiful, 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 JJ. Cheese up to 135. Well done. On your Cheese. You're a legend, mate. Might have McGovern and Fisher out. Is it advised to trade one out, even if they're both 1 week? Look, if you have okay coverage, then it's fine. If the coverage is okay, then you don't have to burn the trade. Am I ready for tomorrow night and a loss to the Pies? Look, I think it comes down to your team, what you're naming. Is Josh Dacos going to get up from his corky? Is Maynard going to get up from his corky? Obviously, no McCreary, no Noble. There's a few people there that are really good that might not play. So, look, I'm sort of leaning towards us still to win by 11. I've tipped us to win by 11 points. Is it psycho? Maybe. Am I in denial about where we are as a team? Maybe. But I think that I think Geelong were probably the more deserved team last week, but I don't think it was a 45-point loss. I think that margin was very unflattering. Kai, g'day Kai. Grundy C going to go huge on Marshall and Campbell. Possibly. That's very that one is very poddy, I'd say. St Kilda, so a slightly positive matchup for Rucks. But I do think that there are probably higher upsides. Reid to feast on the pig trotters this weekend. Yeah, Harley Reid could be in for a big one without. Look, he scored massive with Petrarca in the team. No, now there's no Petrarca, so that will be really interesting to see. Hey, Adamo, Baldacchino, much love, bro. Thank you so much for the super chat. You did not have to do that whatsoever, my friend. Elijah Hollins or Charlie Curnow F7? That's a tough one, mate. That's a tough one. I do think still in the long run, if we're looking at the key forwards, now the Blues, all of a sudden their matchup, they're not number one anymore because they've already played against Richmond. And unfortunately, Curnow did not capitalize on the Richmond matchup, which is a little unfortunate. What's he got left? He's got the Giants without Taylor, which is pretty good. If Taylor was in, this would probably be a red or an orange. But it's a neutral matchup. He's then got the Dogs, North, Port, Collingwood. I still think Curnow is worthwhile as a selection, especially if you can loop that score. It's always pretty handy if there's a way to, for example, chuck the emergency on him if he has an early game, say he plays on a Friday night, and then he pops off with a big bag against one of his opponents. Then you can field, for example, like a Livingston, who has a lot of late games, and maybe swing Kruger into your ruck line. So I think having the upside of a lot of free kicks and goals that Charlie Curnow could get as an extra player on the bench could go a long way. Sam, hey lads, g'day Sam. Is sidewaysing Martin to Richards worth it with 4 trades left currently? Is it worth it? Look, I'm not to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do with Nick Martin. The jury is still out on where his best position is on the field. If he's to be playing more half back, or if he's to be playing more midfield, like he showed against the Cats, or if he's to play more centre half forward. The number of kick-ins that he's taken is pretty low, but as you can see, he's starting to get a few more centre bounces, and we're just sort of tinkering to see where we can get the best bang for buck from him. And that's why I don't think we're contending this year. And that's why I've saying that I think we're still in that exploration phase, and we're not really contending seriously at all. I think Brad Scott's still tinkering and trying to find what our best mix is. Pretty crazy that at this point of the season, we still don't know. Pretty crazy to think that at this point of the season, we still don't know what our best mix is, but that's the case. And Nick Martin's role is fluctuating. Do we want him to have more of the ball off halfback, or do we want to have less disposals but more scoreboard impact? That's something that we're still unsure about. So maybe trading him to Richards, who probably has a lot more solid job security in terms of knowing what role he's going to play for his team. It might be worthwhile. He's not being faffed around. He's getting CBAs, and he's scoring quite well in it. So I reckon it's worth it, especially if you'll be left with 3 trades. It could be enough to cover you for the rest of the season.
Maybe.
Brian, Mitch Duncan's calves and hamstrings have very high mileage that can pop at any time. That is true.
Yeah. And there's a reason why some Geelong favourites are looking at getting offload. Sorry. Looking at trading him.
Yep.
It's just no good.
Legend, I need a pod. So I was going Houston to Ed Richards, but with Fisher's injury, do I go Fisher to Caldwell?
Can you do both?
Might not have a lot of trades. We don't know the extent of Fisher's injury is the problem. If Fisher is missing 1 week and he's back next week, it could be annoying. Could be very annoying. That's the problem. We just don't know. I like Caldwell. I honestly think Caldwell is safe of a trade-in. Playing on the ball, his best position, he's performing really well, he's tackling. I like Caldwell more than Fisher. Yeah, that's it, Jonas. How are we trading Fisher if we have no cover in defense? How many weeks? We don't know how many weeks is the thing.
Yeah. It's a tricky one, man. I hate injuries, but look, I've
got Schoenmaker covering on the I really hope Schoenmaker plays. If Schoenmaker gets dropped.
My problem with Fisher is when he comes back, I don't think he goes back to the level of scoring because there's more people in that back line now sharing positions. That's the big thing.
I like that, Skits. Where's the tartar sauce for that fish? For Fisher. I love it. Well done. Gonna loop Fife and Breville as fish cover. Fingers crossed. Yeah, that's worth it. Nice. Well done. Well done. Yeah.
Good spot there.
Shawnee, Joe, Ridley scored 63 last week. Your thoughts, please. Ridley had an absolute stinker. Yep. There is no other way to describe it. Ridley, this is rare for Jordan Ridley to dish up a game like that. He gave away 2 free kicks. One of them, which then directly led to a goal, I genuinely believe should not have been holding the ball. The one where he got immediately tackled by Stengel. Stengel was all over him the second he touched the ball and immediately pinned the arm. He had no chance of getting rid of that, no prior whatsoever, and the legs were taken out almost immediately. He only had the 15 disposals as well. It was a wet, slippery game with a lot of rain, so couldn't get his marking game going. He does like having a lot of marks, especially in intercept marks, and we could not take any intercept marks to save our lives on the weekend, and he lost a lot of points from that as well. So fingers crossed we can have a strong bounce back from him. Hey Burns, how's it going? Burns? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Yes, we've talked about the fish. We've grilled him. We've eaten him. We also got Skits Fitz bringing the tartar sauce as well. So
why not?
It's been wonderful. Yeah. So we started about fish, and now we're talking about ham. Mitch Hinge going to go ham for the remainder of the season.
Oy.
Mate, we're really going potty now with Hinge.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going unhinged at the moment? We're getting unhinged a little bit with some of this.
There's a few unhinged people, tell you what, in this chat.
Nah,
I don't know.
A good season.
It's a weird one, right? Because I think there's just a few options around. I have a question for you, and I kind of asked you off air, but wondering if you can pull up the Herald Sun article talking about the DPPs and seeing if there's anyone who is close. I'm really hoping a Connor Rosie is close, but I doubt he will be. Connor Rosie coming in this week would fix a lot of problems, but yeah, I just don't think we can afford it. Bit of a tricky one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to log into a different account for that. I guess you can keep going through the chat while I do.
Where are we up to? 1 second. Hey Joshua, how you doing, mate? Casher G. Boy. G Bags loves his Big J loves his pods. Skodfather loves his pods. Everyone loves their pods at this point in time, and it's the right time to love pods. It's the reason why I'm considering getting rid of Big Jack Steele. I know Joe's not happy with it, but I'm happy. I just have to work out what I'm going to do with the player, really, because his ownership is too high for what he's producing on field. And having that point of difference could really, really make or break, but just make like a huge difference in your team. So, yeah, it's like the people who went anti-pod Tom Green and traded him out a couple of weeks ago. Didn't work out the best, but worked out okay. And, yeah, just kind of working out what's going to happen from there on. So, yeah.
So we've got a list of likely new DPPs, yeah. So Zach Williams will get I don't know how many people still have him. Toby Pink, Liam Henry, Jermaine Jones, Jack Graham, yeah. So no real premiums.
There you go.
Darcy Tucker. Yeah, no real premiums. Isaac Rankin. 31% midfield time.
Oh, but we don't care about that too much because it's Rankin getting midfield. So
Horn Francis, 30% forward. He needs 5% more.
Nah, he won't unless he play. I don't even think he plays like everything forward. He probably won't get it. Yeah. Anyone else?
Chad Warner's only on 24. Shazel, 27 and 21. Dawson only the 24. Rosie only 23.
It would have been amazing.
Side bum, not even close. Flying Ryan, absolutely not. Trent Rivers, only the 14%. Bedford, yeah, nah, nothing good's happening here, lads. Yeah, no unlucky. Good DPP. Maybe Lucky Sullivan.
Yeah, I mean, like, he'll be okay for some people that potentially have him, but I mean, Toby Pink, maybe you've got a Fisher and you've got Toby Pink and now you can actually do a swap. But, yeah, it kind of sucks. Would have loved if there was just a trade, Joe. They're like, cool, Connor Rosie or someone like sneaky coming in round 18. But Kai's saying here, bring in Caldwell this week in both AFL and fantasy. Yep, I don't mind it. And I think he's the trade for me with Fisher. Working out what I'm going to do with like a Jack Steele or someone, but I think Caldwell's the way to go if you can afford it. So, yeah, nice trade there. Most likely Rowell or Simpkin for my last trade in a couple. I don't mind it. Yeah,
how we go with that. Dan saying here, howding fellas. I fish at D6.
G'day, Dan.
Looking to get Clark in one trade. What do you reckon about Clark, Joe? I assume he doesn't mean Jai Clark.
No, he means Jordan Clark. Yeah, Jordan Clark's going to be great. I can see Jordan. You know what? Not only does he play the Tigers this week, Dan, mate, chuck a sneaky VC on him if you want. He is going to go ballistic against the Tigers. He is going to go massive. So I don't know what his run home is going to be like. He's probably a general defender. Fremantle. Yeah, third best run home. He's going to be great. He's going to be wonderful. He's going to score massive this week against the Tigers. I can just see it coming. A lot of big scores. Him, Luke Ryan are both going to go huge against them.
Hope so. Yeah, LDU bounce back week, Joe.
Please. Who do you guys play again?
Who do we play?
Gold Coast.
Gold Coast.
You play Gold Coast.
Maybe not.
North Melbourne. Let's go. Come on, LDU.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not.
With that Spud Fisher out, it means Dunks makes my team now. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's something that I'm looking at doing. I just don't think I can facilitate the trades, really. That's the issue. I don't have a mid-forward primo in the midfield to be able to make it work. So unless I forego Steele, I know I can't really do it anyway. Yeah, that's fine. I'll figure it out.
G'day, Aero. Hope you're doing well, mate. Cheese, the Noah Anderson roller coaster has finally hit a smooth patch for me. Honestly think he has a chance to top 8 average for midfielders to end the year. He could. Mm-hmm. He could. He's got a neutral matchup in relation to the run home. So it's not like he's going to be up against it. Will he cop any tags? North, probably. Would you send anyone? Would you play Phillips, for example, on a Noah Anderson?
Potentially. The only thing with Noah Anderson versus you rarely tag the contested player, which is the big thing, because they want to be around the ball anyway. They want to tackle. They want to do those things. So rarely does a Rowell or a Tuke Miller cop a tag in that sense. You put it on their more damaging player. So I could see the tag going for a Noah Anderson, and then leaving, cool, you've got a tagger. Well, that's it. So, yeah, but potentially Noah Anderson cops it. I mean, they have tagged Rowell into oblivion before. They have tagged Tuke Miller, but I think we go after the more damaging player on field, which I think obviously would be a Noah Anderson.
Yep.
No one's taking Flanders. Phillips can't take Flanders.
No. G'day, Alex. Doing well. Struggling to choose between my VCC, between Dacos, Merritt, Bont, and Gorn. What are you guys doing for VC and C? I'm personally doing Merritt into Sarong this week.
Don't choose my players because every time I've done a bad this week, it's not been good.
I'm doing Merritt into Sarong.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I just feel like Sarong's he's just gonna have such a big explosion, I feel, in relation to not being tagged. He's playing at home. He's got the Tigers. And here we go. The teams are out, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice. Let's do it.
Oh, Apple out? What? Okay. Goldie out? All right. Menzie dropped? Oh, I like these changes a lot. Dylan Shield in, Kelly back. Yep, no worries. And Caddy is in. I'm very happy about this. Very good changes. Noble out, we know that. McCreary out, we knew that. So Sullivan has been dropped.
So there goes his. I don't think that affects his DPP, but yeah, no Sullivan, which kind of sucks. Yeah, some people, I assume.
Yeah. Charlie Dean is in, probably replacing. Isn't Charlie Dean like a key defender? Who's he replacing?
Yeah. Charlie Dean, they'll probably move players around a little bit. Charlie Dean is obviously the key defender. Where is he lining up to play? I can't actually see him in the.
Charlie Dean here. He's
Oh yeah, on the halfback. So maybe probably Noble, maybe.
Yeah, Noble's not really a key, but that's pretty interesting. And Schultz is back in, which is pretty good.
They'll just move players around.
Andy McGrath, milestone game. We suck at milestone games, so that gives Collingwood an advantage already.
Jai Caldwell named as a follower, though, so I wonder if that makes it... Is that good or bad for us?
That's great. He's playing on the ball.
There you go. So, yeah. Slowly.
All right, what are you tipping? I'm tipping the Dons by 11 points.
Ooh. I should do my tips. Let's pull up my tips. Dons by 11. Oh, nah, really? What's your forward line like at the moment?
So forward line's going to be immediately better because we've got Caddy in. Jai Menzies been dropped and he's been shit. Todd Goldstein can't provide anything around the ground, so that means it's 2 meter Peter pinch hitting in the ruck. Heppel is out, a bit slow, so in comes Jake Kelly to play an actual defensive role in the back line. I'm actually really happy with these changes, to be honest, for the Bombers.
So 80% of people have picked Collingwood.
Well, let's go potty, baby.
We're doing Bombers. It really is a pot. It really is a pot, isn't it?
I'm gonna go as a pod. I don't know. Am I biased? Sure. Maybe I'm biased, but all right. Sean Manor is in. Rejoice!
Yeah, I know. I think he had was it 30 touches in the VFL? Hopefully, he doesn't end up being the sub. That would be a Scott thing. Hey, you're back, but you're the sub because you need match fitness, you know. But looking at the other team though, Hawthorn have a few changes that are interesting. I think I don't know if I've done team sheets a little bit different, but it has the Richmond game ahead of the Hawthorn game for some strange reason. So yeah, I kind of skipped ahead a little bit. But who are we picking, Joe? Geelong at home, surely, right?
Yeah, I'm tipping the Cats. Oh, now that I've refreshed, it's changed the order.
Yeah, that's what it did for me. Geelong at home. Okay, we picked Geelong at home. All right. I think Hawks are going to push them though. Geelong are favourites, of course, but Hawks have been very, very good recently.
Yep. All right, we'll go back up then to the Fremantle Richmond game. So no Dusty.
Yeah, he's been managed. I wonder what managed means. He's managed because he's leaving the club. I don't know what's up. So yeah.
Yep. Noah Cumberland in. Cox and Walters are in. Yeah, this is going to be a big win for Fremantle this week, I feel. Sarong is going to have such a great time, I feel. I don't know, man. Sarong, Clark, Ryan, it's going to be a purple haze in this game. I just feel it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they're $1.02 to win. So, it's as sure as
possible.
Pretty good.
All right. Giants hosting the Blues.
Yep.
Brown dropped. Kelly, another calf for Kelly.
Yep. I saw that. It's an interesting one because as much as I wanted him at North Melbourne, I wonder if Josh Kelly would have been the best pick if he was going to have this many injuries, or it's a case of, well, now he stayed at GWS, so he's got all these injuries. Yeah. But doesn't make it too bad the fact that we didn't end up getting him in
correct
trades and whatnot.
Yeah. So Cadman comes back in. Peatling, this is going to be, and then Shitsune has been dropped.
Yep.
George Hewitt has been
TDK
dropped.
Doing well.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Hewitt's last few weeks haven't been great. So you've got Walsh and Chera there. You've got Cripps in the middle. It's not like they're going to miss out on any power line and whatnot. So yeah, I don't mind it there. Hopefully Tom Green doesn't get the Chincotta tag, which would suck. But I think he might be one of the ones that cops it. So yeah, a bit of a.
I reckon he'll go to Cornelio.
Who are you picking, Joe? Who are you picking?
I'm gonna go Carlton. For sure.
Okay. Yeah, we've got a couple of people in chat here. Kai's saying Holland's down to the 4th mid is good as well. So a few people potentially have brought in a Holland's. I think he's forward eligible. So yeah, maybe Whitfield cops the tag off the back line. You picking Carlton?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Well, 87% of people have picked Carlton. So yeah, not too bad there.
Kobe McKercher is in.
Yeah, it was going to happen. It was just going to happen. I thought it's quite funny, though, that Toby Pinks actually kept his spot the entire time. So Griffin Logue must be close, but yeah, Toby Pinks in. Who would be the sub is probably the biggest thing for us for North Melbourne. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Liam Shields, probably.
Probably. I think Shields is a good sub. Yeah, McKercher's in, playing wing. I don't think he'll play wing. Oh, I don't even know who would take the spot, though, is probably the big thing. Maybe Curtis Taylor takes the spot. McKercher starts off the bench. Gold Coast are going to win. Like, just straight up. They'll win. But hopefully, at least we're competitive.
Yep. Do you think you'll win or not?
No, Gold Coast will win. I think next week when Wardlaw's back, we'll be a lot more of a competitive team. But we need, like, LDU and Wardlaw to be, like, on the field playing to be actually good. So, yeah.
Yeah, I've tipped the Suns to win this game.
I think that's the tricky part.
Yep.
I think we have one more. Yeah, here we go.
Port and the Dogs. Josh Sin is injured.
McNeil's back,
Will Lorenz has been dropped.
And my boy Logan Evans is actually going to have a catch increase, which is fantastic. He's keeping a few players out of that position, and I'm very, very happy. Jace Burgoyne's back, which is cool. Evans is back, but Logan Evans keeping his spot, Joe.
McNeil! Yes, I've got another person on the field.
Riley Sanders sub, and Nick Caulfield back after his, was it first game injury where he got injured? What round was it where he got injured? If you remember.
I don't remember. I don't. No, oh my God. No Liam Jones. That is huge. No Cody Waitman. Oh my God. Am I really changing my tip to Port Adelaide now?
Are we going to pick Port at home? Hinkley's copped shit for a while. What are you going to do?
Seriously, who's their defense? Rory Lobb's been manned in the back line.
Rory Lobb, the defender, mate.
Look, I don't believe
it doesn't matter too much. It probably doesn't matter too much because Port Adelaide's forward line's been copping so much shit. The Dogs are almost making it look good. Like, yeah, it's not great, but
it's going to be Buku Karmas who plays in the back line.
Yeah, of course it will. It'll be O'Donnell, Rob. It'll be O'Donnell, Lobb, and Buku Karmas can jump. He's always like 190.
Ollie Lord and Mitch Georgiades are going to combine for 6 or 7 goals.
All right. So we're going to pick Port Adelaide. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm going to tip the Bulldogs stuff.
Why? Why after all this talk? Nah,
because
Bulldogs. That's
because Port are frauds. I'm sick and tired of everyone saying the Bombers are frauds. We don't believe in ourselves. We are not making it out. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Thanks, Arrow. We're not making ourselves out as a great team.
Lob played all right last week. He might actually find himself a spot in this Dogs team for a guy that, was touted to play VFL the rest of his season, the rest of his career. He might actually, find a spot in the team, Joe. Are we really picking the Dogs? And am I bringing Ed Richards into my team? That's the big question.
Yeah, you can. I'm going Dogs. I reckon Dogs win this game. Port are frauds.
I'll pick Dogs.
Port are the real frauds. Imagine being top 4 so many years and you can't even make it to a grand final. Get stuffed. Brisbane. This is Sunday, so this is extended list.
Yeah. Dunkley's going to smash people this game. Holy moly.
Yeah. I don't know how many of these guys actually come in. Maybe Payne comes in. I think they like Payne. So. He's named on field.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair enough then.
So Payne comes in. I don't know. Adelaide. Sam Berry and Josh Rochelle both play 50. Brody Smith. Is Brody Smith on the field? Oh, Billy Dowling holds his spot.
Halfback. Brody Smith.
Brody Smith is playing. Borlase is not on the field. Chase Jones also not on the field. Chris Burgess, mate. Anyone still have Chris Burgess?
Where's Causa when you need him? Poor Zach Taylor as well. The kid was supposed. Did he even play in the game? Let me quickly check. I don't think he had a bit of a. No, Zach Taylor played 22% game time, Joe. So I think he came on like fourth quarter. Yeah, bit of a Brown from Melbourne, I think. Bit of a run for him. What a flip. Who are we picking? Brisbane?
Yeah, Brisbane for sure.
Yeah, I think so too.
Absolutely, Brisbane Lions. Jay, we've got an essay here. Oh my God, Jake Melksham lives.
Yep.
Wow.
They gotta figure out how to trade him at some point. So people have got to realize he's still playing AFL.
So he lives. Salem.
Oh, Kynan Brown omitted Kynan Brown. Well, you play the kid for 30 minutes in 2 games and then you omit him. So yeah, thanks Goodwin.
This is the face of a fraud. This is the face of a man who thinks he knows how to coach football just because he had a great team that won a premiership. This guy doesn't know shit.
I love how they've got the book there on the side too, the highs and lows by Simon Goodwin.
Yeah, because he's always high, and his caliber and his coaching skill is very low. Yeah. So Simon Goodwin, you are a flog, absolute flog.
So a few people in the chat have also talked about, hey, Bailey Williams is back, so potentially Max Scorn's going to get a bit of a good game. And Jeremy McGovern lives, Joe, for a guy that apparently didn't have much survivability. I think he's played every game at the moment, so he would have been very, very good for you at 440K or whatever at the start of the season.
Yep. Jack Hutchinson is back in for people who, but this is of course extended. It's extended, so not guaranteed. He's still on the extended bench here.
I think if Hutchinson plays, I don't have a loop anymore, which is cool. In the forward
pretty
line.
Cool. Melbourne?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Oh, yeah, another essay. So yeah, King out, Kama out, Paddy Dow out. Dougal Howard, Mateus, Membry, Jones, Burns, Patton, Fox, Roberts. Yeah, it's just stuff it. It's Sydney. Sydney is winning comfortably.
Yeah, even though it's at Marvel, Sydney is winning, and I think who's St Kilda playing in the forward line? Membry, Philippu's back. That's exciting. Our boy Garcia still can't get a game, Joe.
Hugo's dead, bro. We said it ages ago.
Hugo went back home. He just left.
Yeah. The most important thing is I really hope this guy plays.
Yeah.
Dougal Howard can play in defense.
Yeah, I think Howard's
here he
is.
Field. Howard's here. Membry's playing forward.
I think he might, but my brain's telling me no.
Burns. He's fighting with Burns, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, please play. Please, Ari. Come on, man. He didn't do anything wrong. Come on, Ross. Don't be a toss. And there we go.
Do I keep Steele? That's the question. My brain's telling me no. Don't do it, Big J.
I reckon you can keep him, man. But hey, if you don't want to, you just got to back your gut, mate. Just got to back your gut.
Well, at a minimum, regardless of what happens, Caldwell's in, Fisher's out. That's the trade so far. So, yeah. Caldwell's in, Fisher's out. That's currently the trade.
Yep, very, very good. Let me scroll up and see where are we with the... Oh, there you go. Cheese is telling you. You got to keep him, mate. Look at those games he has coming up. Way too good.
The problem with Steele is that he hasn't looked good for a while, and now he's got no one to kick to in the forward line. So, yeah, It's not the best for me.
Potentially. Globes,
He's
go
not
Globes.
fit, though. I don't think Still scored over 100 in like 3 weeks. Maybe the one last week, but yeah.
Dacos or Merritt. Look, I think I don't know. This is maybe bias, but I'm going to go with Merritt simply because we had a bad week last week. I think last week was a bad captain game from him. First one that he's given all year. Hardly touched the ball in the second half. He was getting tagged in the first half and had like 65 points to halftime.
Yep.
He's shown that he can fight through a tag and still score well. The second half was just deplorable by his standards and one that I haven't seen from him before. I totally reckon that he's going to have the fire in his belly. It's a big-time game. We've been scrutinized in the media this week. Are we frauds? Us and North Melbourne, the only two teams that haven't won a game inside the top 8. They're not going to tag. Collingwood don't tag. I reckon Merritt should score really well. I think Collingwood tend to give up points. I'm pretty sure to mids. Yeah, Collingwood second easiest matchup for inside mids. Players tend to score 67% more than their season average. So I can see a Merritt. If this happens, I can see Merritt going 135 to 140 potentially if this applies, and I'd gladly take that as a VC.
Yeah.
Mark, g'day Mark. How about Nick Newman? He's playing against the Giants this week, and the Giants are the number one team that they give up points to designated kickers. Hinge, 121. Errol Goulden is a designated kicker? Really?
I guess so.
Nick Blakey, 115. Lloyd, 96. Houston, 174. Farrell, 113. Sisley, 98. Mate, those are some good numbers. Nick Newman could be very good this week. Velo, Flanders or Dacos for VC into Gawn?
Flanders.
Yeah, that works well.
Numerous.
West Coast. Where's West Coast? Mate, West Coast have been pretty good, actually, in terms of a matchup. But, yeah, Gawn, you'd anticipate a strong bounce back from Gawn, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Upset about Fisher going out, says Joel. More people are going to be trading up to Rankin now. That's true. Remember Joe Reed was 1 to 2 weeks away, out for 8 weeks. Can't trust Essendon Medical. You can't trust him in anything at this point.
And Joe was bitching about Parrish being out for a long time too. So, yes.
Oh, Causa, 2K away from Caldwell. That's rough.
Unlucky.
You convinced me to get Dylan Moore for the Richmond matchup. I was mad at first. Now I'm in love with him. Him and Gov's big scores saved my week to get me 24-47. That's a wonderful score, Cheese.
Monster score, Cheese. Monster score.
Yeah. So you're welcome. Maltesing. Pies are struggling in the mids. Maynard trained the house down yesterday, so no problems there. Really, main concern is the midfield, not getting hands on it. Also, skills are killing us also. Well, guess what? Our skills have been shit too, Maltesing, so don't worry. We're both in the same boat there. Globes is captaining Sherry.
Yeah, it's not a bad run. It's Sherry versus Ned Moyle this week, so no wits. It's not a bad shout.
Not a bad shout at all. Kai Broom, St Kilda last 10 Supercoach is a plus 30 with an 88% hit rate. That's big. Blues fan, you've got the Gov. Liam Jones out helps Kerno a bit more next week if Jones misses the correct. Martin is I know, that's what I'm saying, Cheese. Like, we're still trying to find out where our best position is for Martin? Do we want to have him accumulating off half back and trying to generate some run, or do we want him getting less of the ball at half forward, but those touches are leading to scores?
Yeah.
I think we should have him more half forward and in the midfield as opposed to in the back line, but we'll see. Aero, need some help. 4 trades, Rankin or Caldwell. I have Sexton F6 and Fraser F7 to move on. Considering holding Fraser to cover Fisher F4. So Sexton and Fraser minus Rank plus Humphreys. Kruger and Dowling will cover for Fish. I don't mind that. Sexton and Fraser to Rankin and Humphreys. Humphreys is a gun. Looked really good on the weekend. He's been killing it in the VFL.
Don't steal my pods, mate.
Rankin could be really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Rankin. Makes me upset that I got Kono. That's all I'm going to say.
G'day, Unbranded. How's it going? No Goldie and Shield to be named for Bombers. Will it affect Caldwell? Nah, I don't think it will affect Caldwell, personally. If we look at the team sheets again, what were our outs? So Menzie we had playing at half back. So he goes out for Kelly, who's a lockdown defender. Goldstein is out so that 2-meter Peter will be second ruck and Caddy will be playing more forward. Seems like Heppel, who rotates onto the wing, Shield might play on a wing, potentially. Yeah, I don't think Caldwell. I think Caldwell will score really well. I don't think Shield will negatively affect him too much, personally. Also playing trade ideas such as Raul Martin sideways with either Fish and Sexton and keep Fraser as an M9 F7.
Yeah, I like Fraser. I think he's going to score well. Yeah, I really like Fraser.
I can Fish to Caldwell next week if Fish doesn't get up and Caldwell doesn't go over like 115 on the weekend, leaving me with 1 trade. Man, 1 trade for the rest of the season is
I'll do it. I'll do it, Joe.
It's kind of scary.
Big J will do it. Yeah, I don't mind it.
Hey, Lukey. How's it going, Lukey? Richards ton covering Fish will be elite. Nah, man. Joe Richards is not going to ton up because we're going to smash the Pies, and it's not going to... I'm just kidding. Joe Richards is going to be wonderful. I wish I could keep him. I wish I could have kept him, but unfortunately, I just didn't have enough money.
It was a good price, like 200K just plus. It was a good price.
Yeah, exactly. Ed Richards is going to be an awesome pod. Yeah, I agree. Jay, hey boys, did anyone else notice? Yeah, see, Stewart CBAs went up because they knew, hey, let's put him on the ball. He's copying a tag at halfback every week. Let's mess up those plans. And of course, it just happened to be against the Bombers, where it featured in high. So I don't know if that's going to continue every week. It might, but I don't like him in that role personally.
Mm-hmm.
Love them Mars pods. I agree. Mars pods all the way, Burns. Thoughts on Will Powell as a cheaper pod? I like Will Powell. Will Powell has been very good.
Will Powell.
I'm starving, actually, jeez. Ever since we started talking about those Mars pods, Verns, why'd you remind me I haven't eaten dinner yet? Oh, no.
Yeah, that'll be me. That'll be me in 15 minutes, I reckon. Maybe we'll finish up at 7. Will Powell is a check. Look, I thought he was a really good selection 2 weeks ago. I still don't think he's terrible. He will really be pod, though. That's the big thing.
I prefer Hinge. As funny as it is, someone before mentioned Hinge. I actually reckon Mitch Hinge would probably be an even bigger pod. As crazy as it is, no one's really talking about this guy, but he's had some development. He's had some progression in scores. He's taken kick-ins. He's playing on from the kick-ins, and that's what we love to see. We love kick-ins, and he's like playing almost like a distributor role. Looking at the heat map, that is sex on a page.
Yeah, well, they've got no one else to cover the position. Like, he's really taken what was Doty's spot. I think they've got a couple of other people injured, and even just with Rory Laird moving back to the position. Like, if one of your gun mids has to come back and start playing that spot, it's not great for you.
Robert Gregg, we need Thursday night footy back. Need my fix. I know, man. I hear you. I wish I could finish the forward line with Rankin, but don't have enough. Would you rather Moore or Caldwell? I'm leaning towards Moore. I'm leaning towards Caldwell. Caldwell for me.
Yes. I like him. I like him a lot better. We found the last couple of weeks Moore, I don't think's been shut down, but just hasn't been scoring well without without kicking goals. So obviously it makes sense, but yeah, I don't think he's going to be the best pick.
Sorry, not this one.
No, I know.
Best pod, Nifty Nev, Sinclair.
Yes. I love Sinclair, and if you had got him 2 weeks ago at 580k coming off the bye, you would have been very, very, very happy. Super low ownership. There's a reason why I like him over Steele. Like, I just think he scores better. And he's the one that doesn't suffer.
In 2020?
Look at Darcy Moore. COVID happened. Justin Bieber era, just kind of was good, and then blip.
Holy crap! I did not notice that before.
There's a few of them like that.
That is atrocious. Holy crap! Julian, 2 trades left. Hold or trade Fish. If 1 week, surely it's a hold. Well, there you go. You've answered your question.
Well, there you go.
Murray, Hartas, Humphreys, or Schoenmaker?
Look, I think at this point in the season, DPP is better. And I think from checking out Geelong's team, Humphreys is still playing the same position.
Yeah, Humphreys is still
last week.
He looks great, Humphreys.
No, Humphreys is named on the bench. He's not named on field. Who's come back? No one really. But I think Humphreys is very, very good. So I like Humphreys. The DPP is fantastic. Even just having that little bit of flexibility is going to make a big difference. And we don't even know if Schoenmaker's actually named this week. So, yeah.
Correct. Schoenmaker might not be named, but we know for sure that Humphreys is named. Lukey Anderson is always the one they tag, so I reckon Will Phillips does tag him.
Yeah, I think so. And it's a lot harder. Like, Will Phillips is only like, I'm going to say 3 years old. He's only like 20 years old or 21. So for him to tag a Rao or a Toot Mill is not fun.
B. James reckons Phillips will tag Rao like he did last time.
Potentially.
Lukey, I'm thinking Dacos VC into Ryan C. That is so good. It works. Guess who the highest scorer for the year has been? Luke Ryan with a 197. Guess who he played that? Guess who he did that against? Richmond. And that was at the MCG. Now he's playing at home. So yes, Luke Ryan is going to be a wonderful selection.
Yeah.
Yes, Sicily is confirmed out. Could you trade him to Ed Richards instead?
I really like Ed Richards. I think I might bring Caldwell and Ed Richards in. Ed Richards is only 2% owned, so I'm hoping he's a good run home. But yeah.
Yeah, sure. Marcus, boys, do I hold Graham and Sexton for 1 more week because of North?
Yes. And Marcus also posted this later on as well.
Oh, well, there you go. G-Bags, Fina VC Merit. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, all of those are great alternatives. We're going to see some real big monster scores this week because I genuinely reckon Ryan, Sarong, Clark, Gorn, Merritt, Dunkley, Day, Bonds, they're all going to score big. you're basically spoiled for choice this week. And it just comes down to a decision of if you want to go potty or if you want to go more with everybody else. But there are going to be a lot of big scores this week, that's for sure. Let's go. QnA dropped. Of course, you're happy, legend. TDK going to go bananas again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Frampton's going to go forward, Dean back. True.
Yeah.
Yep. Smash the like, 90 odd watching, only 7 likes there. Cheers, B James.
Story of our life at the moment, tell you what.
Lukey, I think Dean in for Noble is just Pies going taller down back.
Well, I think they don't have anyone else. I think they've got 2 key defenders and that's it. So
yeah.
I think they kind of have
to go in name in the guts, love to see it. I think he has to play in the guts, B James. They're really lacking midfield grunt, I feel. And he was unreal in that last quarter. Him and Dacos make a very formidable duo. And he really needs to bounce back. When Stringer took him to the cleaners when we played on Anzac Day, Stringer killed him. Now Stringer's not in great form, so this could be a good chance for Degoe to get one back on him. Please don't bring QnA back in as a late change. I don't think they will.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, here we go. Blues fan. I don't mind Pitto as a Carlton fan.
Yeah, I got told off. I got told off by some Carlton fan over, what was it? Over Twitter last week saying Pitnat is apparently the number 2 ruckman in the AFL. I'm like, maybe. I don't think so. Yeah.
Maybe. Selective stats go a long way, don't they?
They do.
And Matt Flynn out, Gorn will feast.
Potentially. We'll see.
Sports Nuts. G'day, Sports Nuts. I'm fielding Richards this week, lads, with Fisher out. Or should I trade Fish with 6 trades left?
Fish with 6 trades. It's a tricky one. The interesting thing with Fisher, right? I'll go back to what I said before. I don't know how long Fisher's going to be out for, and I feel like Fisher potentially. What am I saying? I feel like Fisher, when he comes back, isn't going to have like the same level of role again. So, yeah, it's not great. This week is probably a good week for him not to play. But I feel like Fisher, it's going to be a tricky one, Joe. Season defining trade. Get a Caldwell for 2K more, unless you're Corey. But
we don't have a timeline. We don't. The one thing is that we don't know how long he's out for. That's the big question mark. If he's out for multiple weeks, then that really sucks. But if you've got Joe Richards to cover,
but you don't know. Joe Richards isn't guaranteed to score 100. That's the thing. Joe Richards is not a premium. He's not. He's okay bench cover, but he's not going to go out there and guaranteed to score 100.
We don't. But he doesn't need to. He's playing. He's covering in the forward line.
Yeah, but you're comparing him against someone who's probably going to have a Rankin or a Caldwell scoring 100 every week. And for you to do well, you want Joe Richards to score well. Like he did get six marks or whatever. He got 36 off 36% game time, which is great. The scoring's definitely there. But I from now on to the end of the season,
if he's not the sub, he averages 89 when he's not the sub. Yeah. If he scores 89 for you, or even 80, then that's fine.
If you've got him. He's got him.
He's got him. He's saying he's got him.
From now until the end of the season, anyone who you score, we only care about points for the rest of the season, right?
Yeah.
From now until the end of the season, anyone you trade in for Fisher is going to score more points than Fisher.
Maybe.
Because they're going to have an extra game. Unless Fisher comes back and averages 150, which knowing my luck, he probably will. Anyone you bring in is going to score more. And you've got a leg up then on everyone who has ended up keeping him. Like look at Joe's team, right? He's relying on a rookie to cover the position now. Anyone else could, a lot of people are relying on rookies to cover the position. It's a lot. So, yeah, it's up to you guys what you want to do, but I don't like it.
Not all rookies are alike. Some rookies have Joe in their name. Blues fan, West Coast came after Gorn. Last time they met, roughing up the big fella again might work.
Yeah, potentially.
Should I trade Fisher to Caldwell? You got to back your heart, Bob. You got to back your heart in this one. Personally, I'm not trading. Coffinfield has risen from the dead. I love it. Yep, Caulfield is back. G'day, Ben. How's it going? Joe Stevic and Nick Foot are... Wait, I didn't actually even notice that. Umpire's not confirmed, though. Maybe if I refresh. Nick Foot, Matt Stevic. Oh, no. If they had Mollison as well, just for the trifecta. Just for the trifecta. Oh, I'm changing my tip now. I'm changing my tip now to Collingwood. We're screwed.
Are we going to pick Collingwood, are we?
Yeah, we are.
All right, then.
Mate, who should I trade Ridley out for? Not liking how he plays. Yeah, I know. He's been down for sure, Bob. It's been very disappointing, actually, the last couple of weeks. Just doesn't have that mojo. Who are you going to trade him out for? Anyone you like that you can afford. Holy shit, didn't even realize Caulfield is back. Yep. Kai saying Sydney only change will be Fox or Roberts in for the injured Cunningham. Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Maltesing. Don't think Josh Dacos will play this week. Oh. No, Josh? Really? That would be pretty big. All right. Are we back on the Bombers again? I reckon we're back on the Bombers if that's the case. We're back on the Bombers.
Tomorrow afternoon. We'll see tomorrow
afternoon. Let's go,
John.
Stefik should be under him and Mollison in particular. The fact that we know the umpires' names goes to show how messed up this game is. We're not supposed to know the names of the umpires and be worried about what sort of performance they're going to give us. The fact that we know these umpires and are terrified just goes to show how bad the league is. And Andrew Dillon has the gall to come out and say that umpiring is as good as it's ever been. It's better than ever. Piss off. That is absolutely not the case. Oh, wait. Birdman. First time since round 1 that I have someone playing on the bench in defense down the Caulfield is back.
I saw that. Who do you have, Birdman? Who's your defenders? Do you have like Gibcus and then Caulfield as like your two defenders?
Or Zach Reed.
Yeah.
Zach Reed and Caulfield.
Zach Reed. When did Zach Reed get injured?
First game.
It wasn't. Oh, really?
It was. It was round 1.
I've kept this fool since round 1. Come on, man.
Is Bot VC into Goulden okay, or will both or one of them get tagged?
Bont into Goulden. I don't think Bont gets tagged, and if he does, he goes forward and then kicks goals.
He copped Drew.
I think you're okay with Bont.
Nah, Bont's copping Willem Drew for sure. Bont's going Willem Drew. He's copping Willem Drew 100%. I don't think it means he's going to score bad. Goulden against the Saints. Look, it's possible he might cop Winhager, but maybe Winhager goes to like a Warner or a Heaney type. So, Goulden could be okay. Velo, Big J would depend on who you can to afford and maybe trade Fisher and Steele for McKercher and Dunkley if funds and trades allow.
Yeah, I can't get a defender, unfortunately. That's the problem. Fisher's in the forward line, so I got to get a forward.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, well done. On your Verns. Yeah, Ryan into Dunks should be really good for sure. Mr. Anderson, is Fish a hold or trade with 5 trades left?
Look, I would probably trade it. If I had 5 trades left, I think I would trade. It still gives you the option to go 1 up, 1 down on whatever rookies you've got left and make a few trades later on. But I do think that Fish, like I said before, right? If you've got 2K, you can get Caldwell in. And I think at the moment he's going to score well. And I think over time Caldwell's going to have a higher like scoring line for the rest of the season.
Yep.
So I think so. Great.
Yeah, he even says, Caldwell will outscore Rankin this week. Very possible. Very possible. VC on Merritt, Bont, or Flanders into Strong or Ryan.
I assume Sarong.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing VC Merritt into. I'm doing Merritt into Sarong personally. Bombers mids will score big. Same with the Pies. Yep. I agree. How likely is Brad Scott to tag Dacos? Lukey at best. We might have someone next to him at the stoppage, maybe like a Caldwell or a Durham. But on the outside, we don't have anyone that can run with Dacos, so don't really think we're going to tag him. Hey, Trav. G'day, Trav.
What's up, Trav?
Thank you for the super chat, legend.
Well,
Fisher
I mean, you would do that trade any day of the week, right? Fisher outranking in. Psh, done.
Yep.
And that's why we like Caldwell, because Caldwell is 2K more. So, and has DPP, exactly, which is nice.
John Richard was sub last week. Expect Long to be sub
so.
this week. Yep, most likely. There you go. Here, Jax. Yep. Anytime, Burns. Don't you worry about that. Love the orange heart, mate. Love it. Karasuno fight. And then Velo just to rub it in. Sweet and sour pork for dinner.
Oh, it's
freaking trying to make me hungry. There you go. I'm doing Merritt into Sarong. What are you doing, Jez?
Let me just figure out these trades for 1 second. Where is Mr. Ed Richards?
There you go, Jax. Kudos to you, Jax. There you go. You mentioned him. I'm giving you credit for this.
Yeah, I think this week. Look, I've been off the Bont for the last couple of weeks, and I think Bont's very good. I'm going to go Bont in probably to Sarong, I think. Or I don't like Luke Ryan against them. I'm going to go probably Sarong.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Who are your biggest antipods for the rest of the year? Well, I don't have. Yeah, I don't have Rankin. That's probably going to be the one that hurts me the most in the forward line, I think.
Yeah.
And no Caldwell either.
Yeah.
But I might have Caldwell next week if the news comes out that Fisher's out for a while. I've already answered this question. Is having 2 trades left a problem and still need to get rid of Fisher? That's exactly my position.
I potentially have 1 trade. So yeah,
that's exactly my position. Look, I'm holding on to him. But if Shawmaker doesn't play, then I'll have to trade Fisher out. And who am I going to trade him to? I've got no freaking idea. Maybe McKercher? I don't know. Or just cop the donut. I don't know. It's pretty bad anyway. 23 likes now. Yes. Come on, lads. Get those likes up. Ghost. G'day, Ghost. No idea how long he's out for, and I am holding at this point.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah. Don't want to waste another trade on the flog. I hear you. I hear you loud and clear.
He's if McKercher plays, right, Fisher's going to have a lot of spots. So.
Yep, for sure. Hello, g'day. She's new. Welcome, Elsie, to the chat. Glad to have you here. I see Ridley scoring 120 plus this week. I hope so. Ricky lol. Josh Dacos is a spud anyways. Recently, he's been a liability with his kicking from a Pies fan.
Yeah,
I love
he
it.
scored all right in Supercoach last week. That's all we care about. Pies almost won.
Why
Yeah,
is Matthew
not too bad.
apologizing to you for?
That's all right, okay. Maybe he thinks I'm
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why is he apologizing to you for? I don't get that. It's pretty weird. There you go. I guessed it. Reed and Caulfield was his bench. I was right.
Go. Oi, oi, oi.
Bet your Caulfield doesn't make his break even. Probably not. Bot will score 150 in Drew's face for sneezing in the direction of the ball. Maybe. Joe, how worried are you about a repeat of last year? To be honest, I'm not even sure. Like I've mentioned this before, I don't think we're actually even trying to contend this year. I still think Brad Scott's doing a fact-finding mission, trying to work out what we've got. Haven't really used Shield much. Is this guy going to be part of the team, or are we trying to play him just to get some trade capital out of him? We've been trying Menzie off half-back. He's been dropped. Are we going to extend Heppel or not? Like we've got a few question marks over the team, and we're playing Nick Martin all over the place. So I'm not really worried that we're going to be smashed by 100 points every week like we were last year. I don't think that's going to happen. But at the same time, I've almost surrendered myself to the understanding of we're not contending this year. We might not even play finals this year at this point, which is pretty disappointing. I'm not going to lie, because I thought we were for sure going to play finals.
Season's not finished yet.
I know, but the way we're playing, it just feels like we don't have confidence. It almost feels like we ourselves don't believe that we're contenders. Whereas earlier on in the season, we were playing with gusto, and I just don't feel that at the moment. It just feels a lot of uncertainty right now. So am I worried it's going to be a repeat? Not worried it will be a repeat, but I'm just disappointed that it will be a little similar. He's gone from salmon to with Kirchbeck. Yes, the fish is interesting. Flanders into Ryan for Michael. Fair enough. Sarong into Dunkley for Trav. LDU into Sarong for Ricky. See, a lot of combinations. There are a lot of players that are going to go big this week.
Yeah, I think Flanders is going to be a pretty safe pick.
Flag Pies, g'day. Hi, lads. What are your thoughts on Graham and Harrison to Shinemaker and Tuke Miller? Need Shinemaker to be named first. He's on the extended
I would pick Humphreys. I think Humphreys is a better pick. For the same price, I think Humphreys is better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, and Tuke Miller, is Tuke Miller really the one that you want to go for to finish your midfield? Is there anyone better at that price? What is Tuke Miller's price? Tuke is 500k. Wow, that's pretty cheap.
Yep. Not bad.
All right, for that price, probably he's your best bet. At 500k, you're not going to get Spud Rao.
No.
Setterfield injured. Could go for the Chad, but he's probably copying a lot of attention now every week.
People know how good he is. Get Nick Martin back in.
Could go Nick Martin back, but he's playing all over the place. Who's playing hot the last 3 weeks? Georgie Wardlaw. Jai Caldwell. Get Colders and then have a forward mid DPP swing. Hold your ghost, says Go Pies. Yeah, of course. If you're a Collingwood supporter, that's technically what else are you gonna say? Fair enough. I was pretty impressed by his game against us last week. Tuke Miller. Fair enough. He was pretty good.
Yeah.
They're finding the balance again with Ridley back. Yeah, I think Ridley came in and it has sort of disrupted the balance of the team. I definitely think the back six was playing better without Ridley in the team. But now that he's come in, we're now an extra tall. And it just doesn't feel as cohesive anymore. So you're right, Joel. They're going through some teething problems as well in the backline for sure. It should improve hopefully over time. Velo's tips are the Pies by 14, Suns to beat North, Port to beat the Dogs, Cats to beat the Hawks, Blues to beat the Giants, Freo to beat the Tigers, the D's to beat the Eagles, Swans to beat the Saints, and the Lions to beat the Crom. So I would think agreed on all of those, but I'm leaning towards the Dogs to beat Port. And personally, I'm tipping the Bombers to beat the Pies.
Okay.
Trev, thank you again, Trev.
Trev.
McCluggage is a good option for 521. Yeah. McCluggage.
I don't know. It's I think McCluggage. How did McCluggage go last week? Let me put it before I my foot in it. I just think there's another person in the team to start taking points away. That's all I'm going to say. Ashcroft has come back through the midfield. He won't play as devastating. They still have their Dunkley, Neil, and then McCluggage as the three, but it's another person to take points off. That's the only thing.
He kicked the match-winning goal.
Yeah,
and only finished on 100.
Yeah, it's not great.
So I personally wouldn't go there, Trav. It's not like because you saw how big of a score, for example, that Simpkin got, the big jump in scoring when he kicked the match winner. Like Trav he got a big score jump, but he was doing so poorly before that. He only finished on 100. So yeah, I'm good, thanks. Not for me. Guys, we're gonna be wrapping it up in a couple of minutes.
Yep.
Nick Dacos is the Zorro of the AFL. He's him. The Antonio Banderas of the AFL. If I trade to Caldwell, I'll have 3 Bombers, and I hate that.
Yep, that's the only thing.
That's funny,
to myself too.
With all the Primo splitting up last week, they'll all bounce back. 100%. There's going to be a correction at some point, Velo. They can't.
That means Steele goes down because he scored like a 90.
Lol, you're funny. Fish and Sex out, Caldwell and Reed in. Leaves me 4 trades. Thoughts?
No, I like it.
Harley Reid.
I assume you mean Harley Reid. Yeah, I don't mind it. I think if you're going to get a mid spot, get someone else. But obviously Harley Reid is a forward, so I don't mind it.
Yep. Bite back. Josh Dacos, 1 Copeland. Yeah, I was. That's what I'm saying. I was pretty surprised by that call. I definitely don't agree with it. One of the best wingers in the AFL for sure. I can see another draw. Look, if we get another draw, I take that as a win. To be completely honest with you, you're a better team than we are. You know what you've got. You've won the flag last year, and I don't mind. I don't mind the draw.
Yeah.
Twice recently, Maltesing. He's not reached anywhere near his heights of last year. Look at all the games he's played recently. Look at the Clangers. Agree. The whole team not playing to a great standard. Meanwhile, Tiger HQ, I'd rather Camden McIntosh. And on that note, thank you very much, Tiger HQ. That brings our Thursday night drive home live stream to a close. Much love. Thank you all so much for coming and watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to not miss out on any of the videos and streams that we put out on a regular basis. It will be more general football stuff to come. And we might do some more, another ladder predictor at some point in a few weeks down the track. Hopefully it doesn't go for as long as it did on Monday. That was a long one, but it was a lot of good fun. So much love to all of you for coming and doing that with us.
Guys, Supercoach is all about having fun. And get rid of the players you don't like. Jack Steele, get in the bin. You're done for me now. Hopefully all the Jack Steele owners are the guys who are going to score well for the rest of the season. Congratulations. But I think for myself, I'm getting the redhead machine Ed Richards in my team, and yeah, we'll ride that, and we'll see how the rest of that goes for this season.
I love it. What do you call him? The redhead machine getting into
why
the
not?
team.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yep. And for sure, yes, Velo, as you say, all of our love, thoughts, and prayers are with Jen and her family in this rough time, loss of her nan. And well done to everybody in the chat for getting around her and giving her your best thoughts. Honestly, you guys and girls make this channel what it is. You're a great love and support for each other. And honestly, if you guys were flogs, I would not be doing this at this point. So and massive thank you to all of you.
Yeah, the community we built over the last year or so, Joe, just with these weekly live streams, even just through the preseason and into the regular season, it's been pretty good. So thanks everyone for jumping on. Thanks, as Joe says, and thanks for you guys being awesome. Hopefully you can stick with us for the next few weeks, and then head off into the AFLW season if that's something that we end up doing. So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
Happy birthday, and a happy birthday to Michael. You're not going to be around for you on Monday, but that is absolutely an incredible reason. Congratulations on hitting the 60.
Congrats, Michael. Happy
birthday. And hopefully you get absolutely spoiled. So, guys, thank you so much for watching here at the Centre Bounce. We do the hard work.
You guys don't have to. Bye for now.
See you all on Monday.